So guys, we're starting today off in the office, and as you can see behind me, the VFR 400 is still in the office space. It is looking sick. I am so happy that I bought a motorbike and put it in my office. I know, right? I'm that guy now, apparently. But welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see by the title, hopefully we should be picking up the 106 GTI. And I say picking up really, really lightly because Ian at the Works is literally like 20 seconds that way in the same industrial estate as the FYD HQ inside JW Yorkshire at the moment. But we're going to get back down there. We're going to see what is left to do on the car. I do know there's a few things that we do need to go through. We need to buy for that. Then it should be back on the road, ready to roll. We have loads of stuff going on this week, so make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Just coming out of the unit, got a Mark 8 GTI behind me. Very big fan of the new Mark 8 Golf GTI. We do have Dan's Golf R bagged out the front of the unit today. We have 1 Series, we have the M4 looking slightly dirty. I did enjoy myself this weekend in it, and really cool ST just at the end. So yes, here we are, 106 is sat next to the newest edition, which is the BMW M4. The car looks fantastic. Obviously, Ian has only just sort of washed it down. It hasn't been properly polished, which we will get to in the not so distant future. I'm just going to leave it running for a minute, and then I will run through exactly everything that has just been done since the last time you saw this car. But as you can see, the car is, yeah, it just looks so good. So as you can see, the 106 GTI is in Jason's new bay. Look at these lights and that, it's all funky and stuff, but I thought I'd commandeer the space just to run through exactly what has happened to this car, because there's a lot of people that may not know how far we've actually gone, sort of restoration, but the completion as well of the 106 GTI. So if you have been watching this sort of mini build series, I actually bought this because it was a car that I saw when I was younger. I never could afford one of these, could never afford the insurance on one of these, especially. They were about 3-4 grand at the time to insure, way back when I was about 18, 19 years old. And in fact, I used to drive around with one of my friends that had a gold 106 GTI, and this one was the one that was always in front of us. It was around the car scene at the time. So I actually subsequently bought this car off someone's driveway, and it was worse for wear. The head gasket was gone, the paint was destroyed, and I thought, you know, let's go in over the next year and a half and actually get this car looking and running as it should. So we initially went for a, you know, lower end, cheaper respray on this, which is very evident now a year on after I got it sprayed. There is many bits, as you will probably see from the lights in here. There is many bits that I want to go back to, especially the bonnet is so bad. It's faded a little bit as well, but we will be cleaning this up in a few videos time. But as you can see, everything is back on the car on the outside. I do need to replace the clips down here, a very common thing on both sides of the 106 GTI. The clips actually go on the body kit there, so I will be replacing them in the not so distant future. So if you have any body kit clips for a 106 GTI, hit me up because I need to buy them. Now inside the car, nothing has really changed. It's still sat at the 150,000 miles, looked like when I actually bought the car initially, so nothing has really changed in here. It is though under the bonnet where everything has changed. So if you guys may remember, underneath here was a very different story. I took the engine out because I found that the head gasket had gone. I wanted to start cleaning stuff up, but straight after that we found rust, the killer of pretty much everything on this channel. But we actually completely rust repaired and replaced panels here, over here, and in the back as well. And as you can see, at the time I actually wanted to go for a completely standard colour inside the engine bay, but being let down, various other things happening, I just blacked it out. This has obviously become apparent now that there is a couple of wear marks, which I will get done in due course. But as you can see, the engine is back in, everything is clean, nice and tidy. The C2 VTS covers are still on. We've got a new ram air induction kit, and yeah, it looks really, really good. Everything is in there. We've got a new fuse box, just various other little bits that I wanted to replace with newer or at least OEM parts, and I'm really happy with how that looks. But it's really nice to see this thing back just together more than anything, and actually running and driving. Now, bits that you would have seen in previous videos would have been the bumper location brackets just there and there were completely replaced because they were completely rotten. So I'm really happy that that's all lined up properly, and as you can see, the front bumper sits really well on the car. Lowering the bonnet back down, this has been an absolute love of labour, this car. I have thoroughly enjoying this. Many people wanted me to change the wheels on this car. Now, these are 106 Rally steel wheels, and as you can see, I've actually got the original centre caps for these wheels that I need to put on the rest of the car. But I think the white steel wheels from the Rally looks really good against the cherry red. But if you haven't seen any of the content on this car, this is the first time you're seeing it, please go back through the sort of last year of me actually sort of building this, but really just on the quiet, just making it as nice and sort of restored as possible. Just like the other projects on the channel, this is my physical car. I absolutely love this thing. It has a bit of history with me, you know, going back, what, 14 maybe years ago now. I actually saw this exact car, like with the number plate, everything, driving around, and I really wanted it back then. So seeing it today is a real accomplishment for me, and I know YouTube especially leads this sort of idea astray that stuff's done overnight. For me, it never is. I've got enough projects to worry about, so it takes just a little bit more time, and I'm glad it did because it came out so well. Of course, there is always going to be little bits and bobs that I want to replace, I want to refine. We will be polishing it back properly because it hasn't actually been polished properly since it was sprayed. But yeah, I am so happy with this. If you are interested in the 106 content, again, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you want to see more on the 106 GTI. But thank you so much for watching. The car is back in my possession. We can go and enjoy it. It needs an MOT and various other things, but you know, we'll get into that when it happens. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you on the next one.